Hello YouTube, Mech here. Battle Bryopsis continues. We are on, I believe, dose 6. Almost sounds Spanish. Dose 6. Some observations that I've just kind of been... I just got home from work and popped the lights back on so we can see what we're doing here while I film this. And got some quick observations here. So not a whole lot's changed on the rock that I cleaned off. It's still got some strands that are still pretty well attached. But I want to show a spot over here by this anemone. Now, if you've been following along, you will see in the previous videos, right next to that, here, let me see if I can zoom just a bit here without freaking this camera out. So right in there, it was really dense, and it was kind of flopping over, the algae was kind of pushing over on the anemone a little bit, right down in that spot there. If you look, it's the other way around now. The anemone is, and that's kind of thinned out right there a little bit. So I was like, well, that's kind of cool. Now, if you watched the last video that I did, be Friday, I cleaned off my MP40s, right? Got them all cleaned up. Check this out. Look at all of this stuff that has accumulated back into that one, and we'll go over to this one. Sorry if I'm making you a little seasick. Check out the junk that has collected on the MP40s. So I need to clean those off again. Now, there was a little bit of debris floating around when I took that rock out, cleaned it, cleaned the MP40s off. There was some debris floating around, but it wasn't that much debris floating around that got caught back in there. I'm thinking we might be making some headway on this. It might be starting to do some damage to this algae. I'm starting to get excited. There's another little spot here that was really super dense that's starting to thin out a little bit. It doesn't seem to be as thick as it used to be right there. Right in here, I can start to see spaces in the corals. I need to clean my glass. Got some stuff going on the glass, but I do need to do that. But if you notice, that's not as... It wasn't dense, but there was some bryopsis in between all those little mushrooms there. And that seems to be going away. You can actually start to see the mushrooms back on this side a lot better. So I think this stuff is finally making some headway, which is fantastic news for me. Fantastic. I'm very much enjoying seeing this stuff go away. It is a slow process. Hopefully your tank does not look like mine. Hopefully you're not dealing with this massive infestation, would be the great word for this, of this bryopsis. I mean, it just doesn't seem like it's as dense in some places. Like right there was a pretty dense spot right there, and that's thinning out quite a bit. I said right there by the anemone was pretty dense. It's starting to thin out. Kind of thinning out a little bit there. Down here, you can actually start to see the rock a bit. So yeah, I'm starting to get excited for this. Stuff starting to just thin down to nothing. So there we go. This stuff's starting to work. Yeah. So if you're on the fence, is this stuff going to work on my tank? is it going to take care of the algae? If it can deal with Bryopsis algae, and it seems to be really starting to damage this stuff down, if it's working in my tank, guys, go out and get this stuff. I think right now you can only order it online. If you Google Underwater Creations, their website will pull right up. Grab a bottle, whatever system you've got. They've got 3 different ones. They've got one for freshwater, they've got one for saltwater, and they got one for reef. So depending on what you got, get a bottle. I am now a believer that this stuff works. It's just taken a while, and granted, my tank is terrible, but it's making headway. It is making. I'm gonna stay with this until the end. I'm gonna keep making these videos so you can see these changes. You can go back through, watch from start to end. This is, like I said, this is what, dose number 6. Number 7 is gonna be today's Monday, probably Thursday will be the next dose. Yeah, I'm super excited seeing this stuff now. Just start to just go away. So I'm gonna clean off those MP40s. Probably tomorrow, because I'm pretty wiped out and I just don't feel like messing with it tonight. So probably tomorrow I will clean those MP40s off, and we'll go from there. So yeah, like I said, the Toadstool is doing fine. I got some little Zoas there that are doing some. They're fine. They're open. Again, the hammer corals they're just fine. They're a little kind of retracted a bit. That's just because the lights have been on moonlights for a little bit, and they were going into sleep mode. So they're still slightly retracted from that. Me turning on lights probably gonna give them a little light shock, but they'll be fine. The galaxy coral's fine. Fish are fine. They're still swimming and doing their thing. The Lenny's hiding in his rock right there. If you can zoom in, there he is. That's his home. And then he's got his perch underneath right there. So yeah, everybody's fine. There's the long-nosed hawkfish up there on that rock. So yeah, everybody's doing just fine. Again, I do have the sump turned off. I'm gonna let this stuff sit in there for a good half hour before I turn it on. Don't want it to just immediately go down to the sump and not get a chance to do its thing against this algae. And that seems to be, it might not be a necessary thing, but I wanted to get a good chance of really attacking this algae, and that strategy seems to be working pretty good. I'm just floored that I've got some bare spots. That spot right there was completely covered. If you go and watch the old videos, you'll see them. Especially like the very first one or the second one, that area was just teeming with algae. This spot up here, teeming with algae. This spot right here, just bad algae. And seeing all this debris, I don't know if you can get a good angle down here. Again, my glass is dirty right there. I don't know what that's all about, but I'll have to clean that as well. But it's very predominant on that one. I mean, that thing's clogged. That thing's just straight up clogged up from Bryopsis algae that's broke free. So this stuff is working, guys. Kudos to Underwater Creations. They may actually have the magic bullet in a bottle against Bryopsis and other forms of algae. This stuff is amazing, guys. I am completely mind blown right now. Truly amazed. I didn't think that that this stuff was going to do the dent that it is. I really thought that I was going to have to tear this thing down and essentially just dry everything out and start over. That is just, ooh, starting over is not something that I really want to deal with. Now, there was some bubble algae mixed in with this. Now, I'm sure that I know I had some on this rock, but I kind of pulled most of that off. Bubble algae is pretty easy to remove for the most part, so I made sure I got most of that off. But I know I do have some bubble algae hiding in this tank. It was, in fact, I do have some on this intake up here, but I left it there. I didn't want to take it off. But as you see, it's not very green anymore. It's very translucent. It's starting to go away. So yeah, I'm completely floored by this. This is truly unexpected. Yeah, I was too busy yesterday to really look at the tank. I just came home a little while ago, popped the lights on, and I kind of looked around and I was like, what in the world is this? Is crazy. So I'm super excited. Like I said, I'm going to stick with this video series until either the bottle's empty or the Bryopsis is gone. And I think that the bottle will still have some left in it, and the Bryopsis is going to be gone. Looking at some of these results here, so this is super exciting, guys. Totally go check out their website. If you've got algae of any kind, definitely get a bottle of this stuff and try it out. It's like $14 for the 8-ounce bottle. I don't remember what the price was on the 20-ounce bottle. I think somewhere around a $20 range. I don't know, but it's really not that bad. And the 8-ounce bottle, this is what, dose number 6. I probably have 2/3 of the bottle still left. It doesn't take a whole lot. This is a 60-gallon setup with about a 20-gallon sump, and that is all that I'm putting into this tank. Just about, I've been putting about just close to 10 milliliters in that, just to make sure that I'm getting everything taken care of. So yeah, there we go. So let's go ahead and dump dose number 6 in the tank. We're done. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. You want to keep following this and see the progress of this, hit that subscribe button. I do greatly appreciate it. I am not doing ads on this, so I'm not making money on this. Underwater Creations is not paying me. I bought the bottle. This is just all, hey, I'm trying this out and seeing what it does. Again, I have not messed with this tank other than that one rock. That is the only rock that I have personally cleared off, and the MP40s I cleared off. That is the only thing I've done to this. I do need to probably do a little scrape on the front glass. It is a little cloudy for some reason. Kind of see it right up in there. It's a little cloudy, and I'll get that taken care of so we have a nice clear view of the Battle of Bryopsis. Alright, thanks everyone. Have a great evening. Another video Thursday. Round number 7. Have a great night. Later.